This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network. And joining me right now is Ryan McIntyre. He's the president at Maverix Metals. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is MMX on both the TSX and the NYSE American. And Maverix Metals will be participating at the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek, a hybrid event this year happening September 8th through the 11th. With that, Ryan, thank you so much for joining me again. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you on. So we did an interview last year around this time. We published that interview on August 13th, 2020. So we'd love to get an update. What would you say are some of the company's highlights in the last year or so?
Yeah, last year was actually, even despite COVID, it was actually a really good year for Maverix. We achieved record revenue and operating cash flow. So we had just over 50 million in revenue last year at 90% cash margin. So obviously a good year financially. And probably the other notable things, we've made 2 portfolio acquisitions over the past year, one with Newmont at the end of last year, where we purchased a collection of royalties from them for $73.5 million. And then we just did one similar thing with Pan American Silver, where we just acquired 6 royalties for about $9.75 million at the end of June here. So continue to be very active on the royalty and stream acquisition side.
I do have to ask because, in doing them, all these interviews for the upcoming event, one thing I'm noticing, especially as compared to last year, there's a lot more, last year, the whole thing was near-term production. This year, you're just seeing a lot more companies either doing their first pour and or going towards commercialization. So, from your perspective and running portfolio of royalty companies, what's been some of the reasonings and how has that affected your business?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. So Maverix has 121 royalties and streams currently, 13 of which are paying. So we have this whole backlog of things that are under development. So they're either under exploration, progressing towards development, or under development. And I think one of the great things about the royalty space in particular in our model is that as the gold price tends to go up, you tend to see a lot more investment in the underlying assets, and that's either through exploration or development, as you point out. And so I think it's just a natural part of the cycle that we're in, is that people have actually started to invest in their businesses and to push things forward, which is, I think, great for everyone and certainly great for Maverix to get more cash flow.
Very good. So then, Ryan, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts for the rest of 2021 going into 2022?
Yeah, so we've had a number of things this year on the organic side, given that we have such a large organic portfolio in terms of growth. One of the near-term things that we're looking for is a first pour of gold at Camino Rojo, where we have a royalty there. And that'll add approximately 7% to our current revenue base once that's in full production. And that happens in Q4 this year. And then we have some other things coming up as well. Core Mining is taking a look at expanding and restarting the Silvertip mine. We've got a royalty there, and that could also add sort of in that 7 to 10% range to our current revenue base if they make the go-ahead decision, which is expected at the end of this year or early next year. So a lot of good things happening on the organic front. There's a whole bunch of other things as well, but those are 2 of the next near-term things we're looking for.
And where can our audience go and find more information on Maverix Metals?
Probably the 2 best places are our website, maverixmetals.com, or follow us on Twitter at Maverix Metals.
Very good. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you. Again, my name is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek, a hybrid event this year happening September 8th through the 11th. Maverix Metals will be participating, and thank you all for watching.